Take a look at what you're wearing. Every single article of clothing you're wearing has been crafted by human hands. From getting raw materials to manufacturing to final sale, 1 in every 6 people are involved in the fashion industry. As the most labor-dependent industry worldwide, what grows to be a concern is how these clothes came to hang in our closet. What's the real cost? Fast fashion might have a cheap upfront cost, but behind the scenes, the price we pay is a lot steeper than $5. In the 1960s, a shift occurred in the fashion industry where clothing became less about durability and more about affordability. Because of this, clothes became cheaply made and got sent to landfills at an alarming rate. Today, Americans alone send over 16 million tons of textiles to landfills on a yearly basis. The fashion industry is also the world's 3rd largest polluter. They're responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions, and they're incredibly dependent on the petroleum industry because petroleum is a key ingredient in the manufacturing of polyester. The fashion industry is also responsible for 20% of global wastewater. With many factories in places that don't have very much waste management regulations, chemicals oftentimes just get dumped into local water systems, which affects the people who rely on these water systems for survival. Similarly, the rights and well-being of garment workers are put aside in exchange for some poorly made clothes and cheap labor. Most workers are paid by piece, working over 16 hours in unsafe temperatures and exposure to toxic chemicals for maybe about 2 to 6 cents per piece. To do the math for you, that's about $2 a day, and give or take a little variation, maybe $70 a month. Even in developing countries, that is not a livable wage. Caroline Rush, the chief executive of the British Fashion Council, emphasizes, cost reduction and time pressures are often imposed, leading to employees suffering from long working hours and low pay, with a lack of respect and rights at work. Rush highlights how the safety and well-being of workers is put secondary to a large production number. But one of the largest moments of worker neglect is the 2013 Rana Plaza factory collapse in Bangladesh. Workers had reported large cracks in the walls, but they were told not to worry about it and that everything was safe. And then the building collapsed, and 1,138 people died. Although this is a worldwide issue, there are some steps that individuals can take to be more environmentally conscious. The first of which is to shop sustainably. Companies like Zara, H&M, Shein, and many, many more are notorious for not paying their workers or outsourcing their labor to countries without labor regulations. Another thing is to shop secondhand. There are hundreds of thrift stores in the Bay Area alone and countless upcycling websites where you can buy and sell clothes at a cheaper cost. Dr. Patsy Perry, a reader in fashion merchandising at the Manchester Metropolitan University, states, consumers must understand fashion as more of a functional product rather than entertainment, and be ready to pay higher prices that account for the environmental impact of fashion. Perry reveals how a shift in mindset can help encourage more eco-friendly alternatives. And it's okay to shop. Just make sure you make smart choices about how you shop. Even if it's a quick Google search before walking into a store, researching where you're shopping is important to see if you're investing in fair fashion or fast fashion. Whether you think it does or not, the fashion industry has affected you, and you will continue to be a consumer for the rest of your life. Your choice is what you do from here. Thank you.